We live in an age of outrage. People lose their minds over headlines, tweets, imagined slights, and opinions that don't match their own. Emotion is king. Impulse is currency. But when everyone is reacting, the man who doesn't gains total control. That's the Stoic advantage. While the world spirals in chaos, the Stoic remains still, calculating, composed, and in that calm he becomes deadly effective, focused, unmoved, dangerous. Because in a hysterical world, calm is no longer passive, it's a weapon. One stillness creates strategic vision. When you're calm, you see clearly. When you're panicked, you only see problems. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Most men overreact to shadows. They see inconvenience and label it catastrophe. They hear critique and feel shame. They face uncertainty and collapse into despair. But the calm man, he separates the signal from the noise. He doesn't let emotion blur the facts. And because of that, he chooses wisely while others flail. Why this matters? Calm reveals reality. Panic distorts it. Strategic decisions require mental silence, not noise. The man who can pause gains time, and time is power. How to apply it? When faced with pressure, stop, breathe, observe, delay response. Practice labeling events objectively. Not, "This is terrible," but "This is happening." Write out problems before reacting. Seeing them reduces their sting. Reminder, you can't fix what you can't see. Calm creates clarity. 2. The calm man controls the room. When a group panics, it looks for an anchor, a leader, a man who won't flinch. And the one who remains calm becomes that man by default. Epictetus wrote, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." In a crisis, the loudest person is not the strongest. The calmest one is, because calm suggests control, and control inspires confidence. The Stoic man doesn't need to shout. His silence speaks louder. His presence becomes the command center others orbit. Why this matters? Leadership flows toward emotional control. Calm de-escalates panic, making you the stabilizing force others trust. Power isn't about domination, it's about presence. How to apply it? In high-stress settings, lower your voice instead of raising it. When others lose control, become quieter, more deliberate. Use calm posture, relaxed hands, steady eye contact, slow movement. Reminder, in a storm of emotion, be the unmoved center. 3. Calm is built in training, not in crisis. You can't flip a switch and become calm when hell breaks loose. You train for it long before it's needed. The Stoics didn't wait for chaos to get ready. They rehearsed loss, pain, conflict, so they'd be ready. Seneca practiced discomfort. Epictetus embraced insult. Marcus Aurelius governed in war and plague. Their calm was earned. Why this matters? Emotional control under pressure requires repetition. Crisis reveals your baseline, so raise your baseline intentionally. Calm is not talent, it's a trained reflex, and how to apply it. Expose yourself to controlled stress. Cold showers, fasting, silence, restraint under criticism. Practice preloading responses. Plan how you'll respond under fire before it happens. Meditate, not to be soft, but to master your internal state under tension. Reminder, calm isn't luck, it's preparation meeting pressure. 4. Emotion is allowed, but it doesn't get the microphone. Stoicism is not about being emotionless, it's about not being led by emotion. You feel anger, you feel insulted, you feel fear, that's human. But you don't obey those feelings like commands. You examine them, process them, and respond with principle. As Epictetus said, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. So the Stoic remains his own master. He feels, but he governs. He does not surrender his mind to mood swings. Why this matters? Emotions are fleeting, reactions are permanent. The calm man feels deeply but acts with discipline. Responding calmly doesn't deny emotion, it transcends it. How to apply it? When emotions spike, label the feeling. This is anger, not truth. Use a rule, I don't respond until I've waited 10 deep breaths. Let values, not feelings, drive your next action. Reminder, emotion can exist, but it doesn't get to drive the car. 5. The calm mind cannot be manipulated. The hysterical man is a slave to politics, to gossip, to social media, to outrage bait. He reacts constantly. He rages at headlines, debates trolls, and spins in circles of emotion. The Stoic man, he's uncatchable, because you can't bait a man who doesn't react. You can't provoke a man whose ego is under control. You can't manipulate the one who knows himself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." The calm mind doesn't mean weakness, it means freedom. Freedom from the puppet strings of emotional manipulation. Why this matters? Outrage culture profits from your reactions. The calm man owns his attention, and attention is the new currency. True independence begins with emotional sovereignty. How to apply it? When triggered by content, pause and ask, who benefits from my reaction? Unplug regularly to restore command over your mental space. Practice reading or hearing things without responding. Just absorb, reflect, and decide. Reminder, the calm man isn't passive, he's just impossible to control. 6. Silence isn't weakness, it's tactical superiority. In a noisy world, silence is misunderstood. People assume if you're not shouting, you're powerless. They think silence means surrender. They're wrong. The Stoic doesn't go silent because he's unsure. He goes silent because he's calculating. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best answer to anger is silence. Silence lets the storm pass without letting it inside you. Silence keeps you unpredictable. It gives you space to assess, while others waste energy reacting. And most importantly, silence gives you power over your own emotions before anyone else can weaponize them. Why this matters? Every word spoken in anger is a tool handed to your enemy. Silence allows for emotional cooling and strategic recalibration. Tactical silence preserves dignity in situations where others are trying to provoke a fall. How to apply it? In heated conversations, practice intentional pauses. Don't rush to respond. When insulted or baited, say nothing, or say less than you're tempted to. Use silence not as retreat, but as positioning. Reminder, weak men yell to be heard. Strong men go silent to take control. 7. Calm men master their reactions. That's how they win battles. You don't win every fight by force. Some battles are won by not reacting at all. You win when you deny others the reaction they crave. You win when you frustrate your enemy by remaining composed. You win when your control becomes their unraveling. Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Reactivity is slavery. Composure is command. The Stoic man doesn't lash out. He calculates, he waits, and when he finally acts, his response is sharp, clean, and final. Why this matters? Most conflicts escalate because both parties abandon control. The man who responds last and best often determines the entire outcome. In crisis, delayed action is not hesitation, it's dominance. How to apply it? Create a personal rule. I never react. I respond, or I don't respond at all. Visualize emotional triggers beforehand and plan your reaction-free alternative. In public conflict, pause, breathe through the nose, and choose the next move, not the loudest move. Reminder, the calm man doesn't win through noise. He wins by being the only one thinking. 8. Calm sharpens your mission focus. Noise isn't just external, it's internal. Stress, regret, worry, distraction. When your mind is cluttered, your mission suffers. But when you master calm, you can focus with sniper-like precision. Marcus Aurelius kept a journal, not to vent, but to focus his values. He began each day reminding himself, this is the world, these are my duties, this is who I must be. He created mental quiet so that his decisions would stay aligned with his purpose. Modern men are assaulted by distraction, and that's exactly why calm has become a tactical edge. Why this matters? Calm clears the mental fog that blocks execution. You can't hit a target you can't see, and calm gives you eyes. Focus requires inner stillness, not just ambition. How to apply it? Start each morning with intentional quiet. No phone, no noise. Just write what matters. Eliminate mental clutter daily by choosing 3 priorities: and killing the rest. Use calm breathing to reset focus during overwhelm. 4 seconds in, hold, 4 seconds out. Reminder, calm is not about going slower, it's about aiming better. 9. Composure builds a reputation. Others rely on. In chaotic environments, whether business, relationships, or real-world emergencies, calm men become pillars. People gravitate to the one who isn't rattled, not because he's emotionless, but because he's anchored. Your reputation is forged in the fire. When everyone else panics, do you remain composed? When tempers rise, do you stay even? When losses mount, do you continue forward? Epictetus reminds us, know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly. A calm man becomes known as the man who can be trusted when trust is in short supply. That's influence without posturing. That's leadership without ego. Why this matters? Your ability to lead and influence directly ties to your emotional steadiness. Calm is not just for you, it's a gift you give to everyone who counts on you. In a crisis, people won't remember your emotions. They'll remember your presence. How to apply it? Audit yourself. What emotional tone do you bring into rooms under pressure? Practice being the lowest energy in the room when emotions spike, not out of detachment, but out of control. Let others feel safe around you, not because you speak well, but because you stand well. Reminder, calm builds more trust than any speech ever could. 10. The calm man is free in a world of slaves. Anger is slavery, fear is slavery. Addiction to opinion, reaction, and attention, all forms of chains. The calm man is free not because his life is easy, but because his mind is his own. He does not belong to the algorithm. He does not belong to the mob. He does not belong to gossip or fear or trend. Marcus Aurelius faced war, disease, betrayal, yet wrote about equanimity more than anything else, because he knew the outside world is madness. But the inside world, that must stay ordered. A man with calm doesn't need to prove he's strong, he simply is. And the world around him eventually bends, not because he forces it, but because he outlasts it. Why this matters? Inner freedom is the only lasting freedom. Calm is not passive, it's resistance against modern mental slavery. Calm creates the man the world cannot buy, bait, or break. How to apply it? Keep a daily mantra. I own my mind, no one else does. Schedule disconnection, moments where you choose boredom over bombardment. Reclaim your time, your reactions, your attention, bit by bit, until all of it belongs to you again. Reminder, calm is not just power, it's proof of your freedom.